Well, quite frankly, what the Road Gibraltar Police has been doing over the past few months is we've been engaging with the public. We've been trying to explain to the public the regulations as they've been coming out and changing. And then we've been encouraging them to follow the rules and regulations. The regulations with regards to masks have been around for a good part of 2-3 weeks now, and we've been constantly telling people that they need to be wearing masks in the regulated area. Unfortunately, some people aren't, and therefore we've had to step up our enforcement, and this happened this weekend.
So do you warn them about wearing their mask prior to giving them a fixed penalty notice if they then don't comply?
So what our officers are doing is now going for the individuals that are constantly blatantly breaking the rules. And when I say blatant, it is very blatant that the individuals are breaking the rules. Only because if a person removes the mask slightly from the face, or I just get a breath of fresh air and quickly putting their mask back on, we won't be using those type of tactics at all to enforce the law. But what people need to understand is that they need to be wearing the mask when they're in the regulated area, because it's where people most congregate. So people using the excuse of smoking a cigarette, or I don't have a mask, or eating in the regulated areas and not being able to wear the mask is, it's not acceptable. And these are the type of individuals that are currently are facing the brunt of the fixed penalty notices.
How should people be wearing their mask, and will they be fined for wearing them incorrectly, for example, not covering their nose?
Well, again, we're being very proportionate about our approach. So what we're trying to do is continue with the 4 E's that the Road Gibraltar Police has adopted from the National Police Chiefs Council, is by encouraging people to wear a mask properly and explain to them how they should be wearing it. But if there's a constant breach of the regulations by individuals, we will have to enforce laws. So people will have to wear the mask, yes, covering the full face where it covers the nose and the mouth.
Some comments on the RGP's Twitter account suggest people were fined while smoking. Could you clarify the rules on this?
Well, it's quite clear that what people can't be doing is walking up Main Street or walk through the regulated areas where you should be wearing masks, smoking and eating or drinking. So if you look at, for example, the cafeterias and restaurants, what have you, that's been regulated in such a way by public health to allow people to sit down on tables not wearing masks. But the minute you leave that area and you're walking through the regulated areas, people need to be wearing the mask. I think what we need to realise is that Road Gibraltar Police doesn't want to be doing this. Neither does the government nor the public health. Chief Minister has come out time and time again that the last thing that he wanted to do was regulate people's behaviours, and we don't want to be policing that. Our officers want to be policing crime, so resolving crime, adhering to assisting victims of crime and so forth, not dealing with this unfortunate event that's happened worldwide.
In a statement, you say that it's disappointing that people aren't wearing masks. How do you think the public generally are taking to adopting mask wearing?
I think the people have been extremely compliant with the regulations, and we do see people wearing the masks, but unfortunately it's the minority that don't wear the mask. So what we were seeing is that certainly last week, where we carried out observations of the town area, we saw anything between 85 and 90% of people wearing masks, and we engaged with those people that weren't wearing the masks. So what we're asking people to do is to police themselves and abide by the regulations.